let's talk about Harry and Meghan. Now, they've been up in Whistler in Canada, launching the excellent Invictus Games for military heroes, disabled military veterans. We love the games, and actually we applaud Harry for the work he does for this, let's be fair. Now, he took Meghan up there to help launch this excellent event. And, the thing is, as I keep saying, she's basically went to Canada to kiss. She spent most of the time kissing him before he made his speech, kissing him before the event happened, kissing him in the crowd. At one point, he could be heard muttering, "Give me a kiss, son." So they definitely wanted to do this for a kind of spectacle. I suppose they know it gets publicity, and also they've tried for the last few months, 6, 7, 8 months or so, to be seen separately because their image advisors suggested that might be better. The people don't really like them together, but they've changed their mind now. And they've decided they should be together. But Meghan seemed to go rather over the top with this. Kiss, 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 cuddle, cuddle, cuddle. And she, basically, critics say, she made the launch of the excellent Invictus Games all about her. And we're hearing, Kinsey, through the grapevine, that actually organisers were not very happy about this, that she took away too much of the limelight from what should have been the real cause of the event, which was the military veterans, their heroism and their sporting events, that somehow or other she made it all about her, and they're not happy.
That's the truth. And I have to stress to you, I lost count of how many people text messaged to me asking if it was true that Meghan was asked to leave.
Yeah, I should say that I didn't put that in because she left. She
did leave.
Yeah,
but I
left Harry there. Got on a plane and flew back to California. So a lot of people saying, well, she could have stayed until Valentine's Day, but no.
Yeah, so I have been asked by multiple people if it's true that she was asked to leave. I don't believe that it's true that she was asked to leave because she is so defiant that I think if she was asked to leave, she'd plant her feet even deeper. But I do know that organizers were disappointed by the experience. This is the new Winter Games. This is so exciting. This is a new chapter for the Invictus Games. And it was really supposed to be about, how the Invictus Games continues to evolve and change people's lives for the better. And in reality, we were talking about was Harry and Meghan and their public displays of affection. But I do believe that you and I predicted this weeks ago in anticipation for their way of reacting to the Vanity Fair article. This is their way of trying to dismiss and discredit the stories surrounding difficulties in their marriage.
Hello, Royals fans and truth seekers. Welcome to another episode of Royal Sussex Squad, where we lift up Prince Harry and Meghan Markle and shine a big, bright spotlight on anyone who tries to tear them down. Today, we're tackling the latest round of nonsense from Kevin and Kingsley, who can't seem to keep the Sussexes out of their mouths. From kissing controversies to old stories about Los Angeles fires, Kevin and Kingsley are pulling out all the stops to discredit Meghan just because she dares to show love and support for her husband's inspiring Invictus Games. Let's get real, folks. The only scandal here is how far these critics will go to twist a beautiful story into cheap headlines. In this episode, we'll set the record straight, celebrate Harry's ongoing commitment to our brave veterans, and explain why Meghan's affection at the Invictus Games is something we should be applauding, not condemning. Let's start with a recap of what the Invictus Games are all about. Prince Harry launched this remarkable event back in 2014 as a way to honor and empower wounded, sick, or injured service members from around the world. It's a celebration of resilience, camaraderie, and unity, qualities that are sorely missing from Kevin and Kingsley's commentary, by the way. This year, Harry and Meghan headed to Whistler, Canada, to support participants. The couple's presence was a heartfelt affirmation that the games remain close to Harry's heart. And it's easy to see why. The Invictus Games highlight what humans can achieve when they refuse to be defined by their struggles. But of course, Kevin and Kinsey found a way to spin this noble cause into something sinister. They're zeroing in on Meghan's supposed public displays of affection, as if a wife hugging her husband is somehow overshadowing an entire athletic event. Trust me, we'll get into why that argument is downright laughable. So, Kevin and Kinsey, two individuals who seem more invested in drumming up controversy than sharing facts, have gone off on a tangent about how Meghan's presence in Canada was all about kissing, kissing, kissing. According to them, these sweet, genuine moments overshadowed the entire Invictus Games. Here's my question. Who exactly are they trying to fool? We're talking about an international sports event with scores of competitors, teams and sponsors. Thousands of veterans come together to showcase their strength, resilience and pride. Yet Kevin and Kinsey want us to believe that Meghan giving Harry a supportive kiss is overshadowing all of that? Please. This is a classic tactic. Turn a loving, supportive gesture into a scandal to grab clicks and stir up outrage. It's lazy and it's transparent. Meghan is a wife showing her husband love during an event he's deeply passionate about. The only story here is how far these critics will stretch to paint a negative picture. Let's talk about public displays of affection, or PDAs, especially in the context of the royal world. Typically, the British royals are known for their stoicism. They rarely hold hands or hug in public, let alone give each other a quick kiss. So yes, Harry and Meghan stand out. But that's kind of the point, isn't it? They're not doing things the old-fashioned way. They're a modern couple, unafraid to show warmth and real, human emotion. That's precisely why so many of us love them. Harry and Meghan bring a breath of fresh air to what can often be a stuffy, outdated firm. Kevin and Kinsey would have us believe that a kiss is some orchestrated stunt for headlines. But what if it's simply authentic love on display? The more these critics push their narrative, the more obvious it becomes that they're threatened by genuine emotion. Or maybe they've just forgotten what real affection looks like. Now, here's a real doozy. Kevin and Kinsey, running out of fresh material, resurrect the story of Meghan's involvement in the Los Angeles fires. If you recall, Meghan was praised for advocating, volunteering, and raising awareness when wildfires ravaged parts of California. She used her platform to help those in need. And how do Kevin and Kinsey twist it? They insinuate that Meghan was chasing publicity or that she wasn't actually making a difference. Let's be absolutely clear. Assisting disaster victims is an act of compassion. If someone with a large platform, like Meghan Markle, chooses to highlight a critical situation, that's a good thing. For critics to spin that into a negative is not only ridiculous, it's downright desperate. This constant rehashing of old benign stories is proof that Kevin and Kinsey's criticisms are paper thin. They're combing through any and every piece of history to find something, anything, to use against the Duchess. It's transparent, it's pitiful, and it's definitely not fooling any of us in the Royal Sussex squad. Let's refocus on what truly matters, the Invictus Games. This global event spotlights wounded veterans overcoming adversity through sports and community. Prince Harry's vision is one of empowerment and healing, showing the world that these brave individuals are more than their injuries. Meghan's role? Pure support. She's the partner who cheers Harry on, meets with veterans, and amplifies the Invictus story. Anyone who spent even 5 minutes watching the games knows that its mission overshadows any negative chatter. The participants are front and center. Their stories, their courage, and their triumphs are what draw the cameras, not a couple sharing a quick kiss. Critics like Kevin and Kinsey would have you believe this event was hijacked by Meghan's displays of affection. Let's ask ourselves, did the veterans stop competing because Meghan hugged Harry? Did the media suddenly forget about the participants' stories of perseverance? Absolutely not. If anything, Meghan's presence garnered even more coverage for the games, ensuring these athletes' stories reached a broader audience. So, Kevin, Kinsey, listen up. Your campaign to turn every loving gesture or charitable act by Meghan into a scandal is not only transparent, it's lazy. It's time to stop masquerading negativity as news. We see through it. The Royal Sussex squad sees through it. And trust us, the world sees it too. Instead of fixating on how many times Meghan kisses her husband, why not channel that energy into something constructive, like praising the veterans who literally overcame life-altering injuries to compete at the highest level? That's the real story here. But I guess focusing on positivity doesn't sell as many tabloids, does it? Here's what Kevin and Kinsey don't understand. Genuine love and compassion will always resonate more powerfully than contrived negativity. Harry and Meghan's bond stands out precisely because it's authentic. It's the same reason so many of us admire them. They're relatable and unafraid to show it. Kevin and Kinsey's critiques? They revolve around trivialities, kisses, old stories, petty accusations. None of it sticks because it's all surface-level sensationalism aimed at stirring up drama where there is none. At the end of the day, the Invictus Games remain an extraordinary testament to Prince Harry's dedication to veterans worldwide, with Meghan providing loving, unwavering support. No amount of petty rumour-mongering can overshadow that. As for Kevin and Kinsey, they can keep spinning their wheels, but the Sussexes will continue thriving, leading with love, empathy, and authenticity. And that, my friends, is why the Royal Sussex squad will always stand behind Harry and Meghan, championing the real story, rather than these fabricated controversies. Thank you so much for tuning in to Royal Sussex Squad today. If you loved this breakdown and want to keep standing up for Harry and Meghan, hit that subscribe button right now. Your support helps us counteract the endless negativity spewed by folks like Kevin and Kinsey. And if you really want to help us grow, please consider donating through the Super Thanks feature. Every contribution ensures we can keep bringing you the truth behind the headlines, celebrating the Sussexes, and, of course, calling out the haters when they cross the line. Once again, this has been Royal Sussex Squad. Keep it positive, keep it real, and we'll see you next time.